Hi, welcome to this video today, which is all about Forex trading basics for success. We're going to look at the advantages of keeping a trading journal. If you're a beginner, it'll speed up your learning curve because you'll spot and mitigate your mistakes quickly. Also, if you're a more experienced trader, you'll be able to refine your trading strategy and make it more profitable. Also want to look at how much money can you really make trading Forex and how to set realistic profit objectives. Now, in relation to this, I'm going to be talking to a very successful trader, Hakkon, in a moment. He returned 85% in profits on 2.5 million in equity at eToro. He's one of the top copy traders, and a lot of people following him. Basically, great trading profits and very little drawdown as well. He credits a lot of his success to keeping a trading journal. Now, I'm going to talk to Hakkon in a moment, but if you want to join Hakkon's Facebook group and get a lot of great free Forex education, you can do so on the link below, and also learn more about our free education and training services as well. Right, let's go and talk to Hakkon about trading journal, the importance of keeping Just give me your thoughts on keeping a trading journal.
Well, the part of the journey to trading success is learning from your mistakes, and the way to learn from your mistakes is to keep a journal, because you can look back in the journal and see what trades you're losing on and what trades you're winning on. For instance, when I just started trading, I kept a journal, and after a while I went back and looked at basically the trades I was losing on. And I saw that if I was day trading, I was usually didn't make any money, and there was also certain currency pairs that I lost almost money every time. So you can look back on your trades, find out the stuff you have to take away or optimize, and it helps you keep discipline, and in the end, it helps you become a better trader.
Okay, so when you keep the journal,
yeah,
you analyze, like, for example, pairs going backwards you didn't do well on.
Yeah.
Give me an example.
When I traded in the beginning, I looked at the journal, and I saw that when I traded the Swedish krona, for instance, I probably lost 90% of the time. Also the New Zealand dollar, when I traded that, I was usually wrong, and I saw, as I said, when I traded very short term, I usually also lost. So what I did is I very seldom trade the Swedish krona and the New Zealand dollar today, and I never day trade basically.
Okay, now in terms of the journal, that contains obviously the record of the trade.
Yeah.
And your rules for entry, I'm assuming, and rules for exit.
Yeah, basically I call it rules of engagement. I basically write down why I did the trade, how it went, where I went in, when I took the loss or profit, and I just try to keep it very detailed. And having a detailed journal will greatly help you in the long run.
Oh, just out of curiosity, how many rules for entry do you have?
I try to be quite flexible, but I have like I try to be on the right side in regards to the commercials as opposed to the non-commercials. I have basically an entry rule where I will most of the time trade at big support and resistance lines, and also I have a rule that I trade the daily time chart as well.
Okay, so just out of curiosity, in your journal, do you jot down things like big support resistance level, backed up by COT, backed up by fundamentals, and kind of tick it off as boxes or something like that? Not tick it off as boxes, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, exactly. So if I see okay, the big fundamentals say that this pair should go down, the commercials are short, and we have a technical setup that looks quite well. I have three things that I follow very closely, and I would probably take a trade then.
Okay. Now, In terms of a trading journal, okay,
Yeah.
obviously it's designed to give you rules, as you call it, of engagement, yeah?
Yeah.
And then after the trade, you look back over a period of time, obviously, and then you can basically sort out or try and sort out where you kind of went wrong, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, I would say that most traders who don't obviously keep a journal, yeah?
Yeah.
Most traders will continually make the same mistakes without correcting them.
Yeah.
I know it's one of those things where that never seems to change, does it?
Yeah, I think many people probably find it boring to do or hard work to do, and you have to do it. It's necessary. I believe it's essential if you want to succeed. And you will make mistakes. You will, the only real way to learn from them are to write them down and know where you make mistakes and try to learn from them.
No, I think you're right, actually, because unless you write down your mistakes, you'll just be tempted to make them again. Or
Exactly.
you won't even realise you've made the mistake.
Exactly.
I think if traders, I mean, we spoke about it earlier, if they analyse where their stop losses were,
Yeah.
they might actually realise that their stop loss is the problem, not their picking of direction of the trade.
Exactly.
Because that's one thing I found. Most beginners can actually pick a direction of a trade a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Stopped out, stopped too close, trade runs on the way they thought, making lots of money, or would be if they were still in the market.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I agree with you. I think a trading objective, a trading journal, yeah, is a really great way to keep beginners focused and hopefully teach them discipline. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which we all need to maintain, and I think a journal is a good way of doing that. Now,
Yeah.
just going to ask you a final question, yeah, which is not
Yeah.
to do with trading journals as such, or could be part of one actually, but goals and objectives. Okay, now everyone wants to make money.
Yeah.
How do you set realistic goals, realistic objectives? I mean, how would you do it personally?
Well, first of all, I think most beginners have too high expectations of the market. They probably see some, advertisement that some trader made 200% or 300%. That's not what kind of expectation you should be having. If you have expectation of 10 to 50% in a year, I think that's quite reasonable. And me personally, I never really had a set goal of how much gain I were to have, because if I set a goal, let's say 50% in a year, and we are closing into the end of the year, I would probably take higher risk just to get to that goal. But that's not the way to do it. So I would advise to have a very reasonable goal and try to have it a bit flexible, because don't have like I'm going to get 60% period, because you will just force trades and you will take too high risk if you don't reach it right away.
Actually, I agree with you on this in terms of, and I actually set goals for myself. Yeah,
Yeah.
when I say goals, I've got an objective of what I want to make. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm kind of happy if I get there. If I don't quite get there, it doesn't really matter,
Yeah.
because I think with forex trading, it's kind of long term. Okay, and if you just basically protect, let's say you've got a trading strategy with an edge, yeah.
Yeah.
If you just basically do the right things, yeah, money management first, above all else, yeah,
Yeah.
eventually you're going to hit those big trades that make you the money that you want, you know.
Exactly.
So it's one of those things. I mean, I like to have a goal. I mean, I don't always reach it, but I don't try and hurry to the goal. It's like you say, you deep down, I think, after a while, you actually learn what your profit potential is yourself.
Yes.
And I think every trader is slightly different.
Exactly.
So, for example, obviously, I teach Forex, and yet lots of my students beat me, which is kind of galling, well, not really. I'm very pleased for them, but I think everyone's
Yeah.
just so different. And, You've got to work out, what profit level, you're capable of, which comes, I think, with practice, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Now, in terms of when you say, traders coming in with too unrealistic expectations,
Yeah.
I get a lot of traders who say, I want to make a living on $1,000 or $10,000. What would you say to that? I probably know your answer already.
Well, I would probably advise them to reconsider trading, because if you have that kind of expectations, you have no clue, basically. Very, very few people manage to trade full time for a living, and if you were to do it, you need pretty decent amount of capital, because you will have periods of time where you basically lose money or goes break even, and if you start to take equity from your trading account just to pay for living expenses, it will never work out. So as I said, you have to have a realistic goal, and if you want to trade full time for a living, you have to expect to put up a decent amount of capital beforehand.
There's one thing which, when you were speaking, there just came into my mind, which is what a lot of people don't appreciate about the Forex markets in terms of your strategy. Okay?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what strategy you have, you are going to get random distribution of profits and losses.
Exactly.
Which means your strategy is going to work sometimes really well, and then other times it won't.
Exactly.
And in terms of your edge will work longer term if you've done your research properly.
Yeah.
But sometimes, I can go for like 2-3 months without really making any decent money.
Yeah, me too.
And then in 1 month, I'll suddenly just do fantastic.
Yeah, the same with me.
And I think you've got to judge over a yearly holding period, in my view, your performance.
Yes, exactly. And I think it really surprised me that so few traders are aware of this. But the Forex market is influenced by so much noise or random movements, and you have to have a longer term approach to it. Don't day trade, because you just become part of the noise, and noise is just random movements, and just having longer term strategy and a longer term approach, you will increase your odds right away.
Yeah, because I think, in terms of what you're saying there, is a lot of people come in the markets, yeah?
Yeah.
The reason they're attracted to the short day trading
Yeah.
is because they're told they can walk away each day or each week or each month with a certain amount of pips, like a regular income.
Yeah.
Now, for me, that's just basic nonsense.
Yeah, totally. It's complete nonsense.
So you got to focus on the longer term and appreciate, I think, that the market, the market is, how would I put it? It's just going to do what it wants.
Exactly.
Yeah, sometimes it's going to give you money. And other times, other times.
Sometimes it will take your money.
Yeah, and other times it just frustrate you.
Exactly.
Because I think Forex trading, it is extremely frustrating at times.
Yes.
And I think a lot of traders just get really impatient with it.
Yeah, exactly. If you have a period of 2 months where nothing happening in the market, it's very easy to get frustrated from it.
But then when the frustration comes in, I think discipline breaks down.
Exactly.
You hunt out trades that you shouldn't trade for the sake of trading. And I think just in terms of any beginner coming in the markets, I think you need a kind of, how would I put it, very different psychology to trade Forex, because a lot of people come in, they think it's going to be really exciting, it's going to be really fun.
Yeah.
I just find it quite boring and frustrating most of the time.
Yeah, and I don't know who said this quote, but the quote said something, if you're, are being entertained, or, you look at trading as entertainment, you're doing it wrong. It should not really be an entertainment. As we said previously, treat it as a business, and if you're doing it right, it shouldn't be that exciting, really. It should be boring. So
Yeah, no, it was actually that quote there. I think is Curtis Faith. I think there's another one which is quite good, which is from George Soros, where he says that good trading is really boring. And no, it actually is George Soros, isn't it? If you're having fun and you're not making any money, good trading is boring. And I think it is, but the end result is obviously where it gets exciting over the longer term if you're making money. But the actual process of trading is boring, frustrating, a lot of the time.
Yeah.
But I think, in terms of, just with this final point, I think any beginner coming in the markets, needs to be obviously realistic. Yeah. Find their profit level. And kind of realise it's not all about kind of flash cars that they see on the net and the holidays and all those people saying it's just a walk in the park.
Dollar bills and gold watches. Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, and I just feel that for me that puts over the wrong image of Forex.
Yeah,
I mean, just totally the wrong image because obviously, a lot of people actually believe it, which is kind of sad. And then they get really disappointed. Like you said earlier, Forex trading, it's a business. It's like any other business where you, kind of have to work hard consistently.
Yeah.
And we're in a competitive market. I think, if we treat it as a business, where most traders don't, I think obviously we can make money.
Exactly. I totally agree with that.
Okay, well, thank you very much for joining us. We'll obviously chat again soon.
Yes,
so, have a great day and catch up later, yeah?